Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. Fine Monday morning here, and it's the morning after Ghana's loss in the Wafu Cup of Nations final against Senegal. Once again, penalty shootout has been our nemesis over the years. Today we're going to have a discussion on whether penalty shootout is entirely based on luck or there is a science to this 12-yard kick. As usual, I am your host Selassie Piawi. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I advise you to subscribe to this channel and to click on the notification bell to get more updates. So to set the ball rolling, I'll tell you what happened last night, the latest penalty shootout that has denied Ghana another trophy. The Wafu Cup of Nations has been won on the two previous occasions by Ghana. Last time out, it was won here Ghana at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, and Ghana were looking to win it for the third time in a row. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. The game ensued between the two sides. Ghana had a few chances earlier on in the first half, hitting the post. Unfortunately, no goals were scored in the ensuing minutes. In extra time, Senegal had a chance, also hit the post with a header, and it was really nail-biting at that point. Eventually, the Senegalese broke the deadlock in extra time, scoring a goal. It looked like it was going to make them win the trophy, by a late equalizer by Joseph Esso brought Ghana back on level pegging and with a chance to win the trophy for a record third time. It wasn't to be, however, from the sport. The first two kicks from Ghana were really, I have to say, abysmal, and Justice Blay attempted kick, Junior-esque kick, did not really come off, and we lost the final 3-1 on penalties. And that was the story of last night, and that brought about this big question: is penalty shootout purely based on luck, or is this something we can work on? I picked my resource for this video was from Sadiq Adams, a real staunch journalist here in Ghana. His article on the history of Ghana and how we've been so poor in performances in terms of penalty shootout. He wrote an extensive long piece which I'm going to break down to you here. Now, standing in front of the ball from 12 yards looks like a really short distance, but is there really some science to this 12-yard post? Now, to give you some bit more perspective, now the size of the goal post is 24 by 8 feet. It gives us an opening of 192 square meters. How can this be a daunting task? You would say that the goalkeeper is in front of you, but the goalkeeper is just one person in front of such a huge goal post. And to put that into perspective, the goal post is larger than a cargo container. That should give you some perspective onto how the goalpost is, and it's quite shocking that we haven't mastered it yet. We remember some few years ago, England national team have been complaining that they don't know how to play penalties, and penalties have been their undoing. I'll take you through a few times when the penalty shootout was not really friendly to Ghana in recent tournaments, and it has cost us a lot of trophy. The last time Ghana won a trophy from a penalty shootout was actually in 1982, and that's the last time ever, the 1982 African Cup of Nations, and we are still in search of another African Cup of Nations. In 2015, that is where I'll start from. Who would have thought that 1982 will be the last time a trophy from a penalty shootout victory? And in 2015, we had a similar scenario: Ghana versus Ivory Coast in Equatorial Guinea. The Black Stars were in pole position to win it after two penalty misses from Ivory Coast, but some way, somehow, Ghana fluffed their lines. We could not win that trophy as well, and I remember really clearly what happened that night, and it was really a sad night. I ended up watching it and becoming sad in the end. It was quite a sad moment. Another moment, as you can all remember, was the World Cup in 2010. Ghana versus Uruguay was the game, and the Black Stars were on the verge of making history to become the first African country to make it to the semi-final of the World Cup. As you would have it, the story goes that Uruguayan Luis Suarez cleared the ball with his hands on the line after a goal-bound header from Dominic Adia, and a penalty ensued, and after a red card to the Uruguayan, as Asamoah Gyan stepped up to look to make history for the Ghana Black Stars. It wasn't to be. He hit the post, and the ensuing penalty shootout ended miserably in tears for Ghana. It was really sad. 2018 as well, the women's under 17 World Cup. Mukarama Abdullahi, as you remember in that World Cup, lit up the World Cup, scoring goals left, right, center, and she was the highest goal scorer eventually in the end with 6 goals. She had helped Ghana to win all their group games, and we had 9 points on the board. In the quarter-final, we faced Mexico. We were 2 goals up before Mexico pulled both goals, and it was 2-2. In the end, Ghana took it to penalties, and we all know how that ended. Ghana were the better side ahead of Mexico, but tactically they were really up for it and knew how to get Ghana to penalty shootouts, and there they got us, and there they won, and we were eliminated in the under 17 Women's World Cup. It was a tournament in which most Ghanaians were not following, and because of the exploits and the progress of the team and Mukarama Abdullahi in particular, a lot of attention came in the quarterfinal, but unfortunately Ghanaians were left disappointed once again from the 12-yard kicking game. Another time was the 1992 AFCON final. 1992 AFCON final was the other time Ghana lost on penalties. It was a game against Ivory Coast once again, just like in 2015. 10 years after that AFCON victory, we had a chance to win it. It was an enthralling penalty shootout. 10 penalties, both teams missed one. Ghana missed one of their 10 penalties that were played, and it got to sudden death. In sudden death, Anthony Wafu, who had previously scored his penalties in the 10 kicks that had been previously played in that same penalty shootout, missed the chance, and it was really a sad moment. Ivory Coast eventually won that AFCON in 1992 ahead of Ghana, and many people had Ghana tipped as their favorite for that tournament, but because of that penalty miss, we did not win it. Coming to the local teams as well, the clubs Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak, we suffered double heartache in 2004 Champions League between the two clubs. Hearts of Oak managed to hold the Etoile du Sahel, took them to penalties, and Bernard Dadadon Bote had his penalty saved there. Kotoko too were held by Algerian side USMA, and it was double heartache for Ghana in that same year of the CAF Champions League in 2004. Samoa Jan had a penalty miss as well against Zambia in the 2012 AFCON, and I can go on and on and on, guys. This is a problem that has faced the Ghana Black Stars. They say it is based on luck. A lot of managers believe this thing is based on luck, but I don't think it is. History shows us that the Germans are the best side when it comes to penalty shootout, and it's not by chance that they are. They did extensive research into analyzing their opponent, how they take penalties before a game. They've done it extensively for 6 to 8 years, and that is how come they have been successful at tournaments in penalty shootouts. They have an 85% success rate along with Czech Republic and Mali according to FIFA, and it's not by chance that these people are recording such numbers. We need to work on our penalty shootout taking, and it's part of the game. We have to psych the boys up. Many people say it's luck from 12 yards, but you make your own luck. You don't stumble upon success just like that. Last night could have been a historic moment for Ghana, but it wasn't to be. The boys were downhearted. The penalty shootout ghost came and conquered them eventually. Ghana have lost so many trophies due to penalty shootout, and with 4 trophies still being a record in the AFCON following Egypt 7, Ghana with 4, I think Ghana still could have had more than Egypt right now should we have been improved on our penalty shootout taking. I don't know what you think about this, but I think penalty shootout taking is a science that can be studied. If you take your time to study something, to hone the skills of penalty taking. Penalty kicks are part of winning the game. They are part of the game, and we have to really invest, if we have to, in it. Learn it, hone the skills of penalty taking, because it is costing us too much, costing the fans heartache, costing the nation a lot of revenue, because the teams are not lifting the caps and bringing home the rewards that they deserve. So that has been it for today. This video I brought you, the article was extracted from Sadiq Adams' article, What Obama He's Usually Called. He's with Angel Broadcasting Network. I'll leave a link to the full article. You can read his extensive breakdown of what he thinks Ghana needs to do. But we need to train the boys for penalty shootout taking. It can be learned. It's a learned skill. Anything can be learned if you want to, and we shouldn't think that we will just stumble upon success in penalty shootout. We have to be intentional about it. Being successful in something is intentional process, and the earlier we learn that, the better. So I've been talking to you today about Ghana's penalty shootout rules. Is it pure luck or is it a science? I think we can all conclude that it's a science that can be learned and actually be mastered. Let me know your thoughts on everything I've said here in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and commiserations to the Black Stars. Congrats to Senegal on winning Wafu 2019. Enjoy your day. Have a great week.